Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Chosen One. Um, in this video, I want to make about is why I didn't attend church and what made me start going to church. Why I didn't attend church and what made me start going to church. So, God, I'm gonna get into it. So, what made me not go to church? You know what I'm saying? I always, when I was of the, even when I was of the word, I knew a lot of things, but not know a lot of things, but I seen what goes on in church. You know what I'm saying? But when I came to Christ, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, I told him, I told him, you know what I'm saying, I spoke to him. You need to talk to God like he your best friend. I told him, you know what I'm saying, God, Lord, just my God, I don't want to start going to church until you start pointing me going to church because all these churches are defiled. They defile. It's a lot of false Christ, false prophets, a lot of people out here, even in these churches, deceiving people. That was a couple things. Then the biggest things to me was they don't, I was talking to my God like this. They don't talk about the things that we need to hear. They just talk about the things that you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about the things that we need to hear, like things like fasting and praying. Why it's important to fast and pray. And when you get done fasting and praying, what does it does to your spirit? Like your body, your spirit gets sensitive in the spirit realm and it gets stronger. You can see in the spirit realm real stronger. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about things like that. They don't talk about deliverance, how you supposed to and why you're supposed to cast, how to cast demons out of people. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about things like how demons roam around out here in the world in the spirit realm and how they monitor you and monitor your prayers and your voices and how they try to put delays on your prayer on your life because they monitoring you. You see what I'm saying? How they just walk around try to monitor you in the spirit realm. And then when you pray and they listen to your prayers and they putting a delay on your prayers. You see what I'm saying? They can't stop you what God has for you, but they can put a delay on it and distract you. You see what I'm saying? And they don't tell you how you supposed to protect yourself when you in the spirit realm. You see what I'm saying? On what the things how to say. They don't talk about things like that. They don't talk about spiritual warfare in your dreams. They don't talk about things like that. They don't talk about so many things in these churches, guys, that they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? Another thing to me, what I got guys out of it too, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone because I'm not better than anyone. I'm not profit boost when I say this, but you know what I'm saying? When you got a high vibration, because God got a higher calling than others. And when your vibration is higher than others, it's like you don't, it's like the church, when you go to church, you just vibrate higher than some of the people inside the church. You see what I'm saying? Even the pastors at times. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't talk about the things that we need to talk about. Like I was saying, they only talk about the things like, you know what I'm saying? God told me, you going to get through this. You know what I'm saying? You going to get through this. You experiencing sufferings, but in the end, the sufferings ain't gonna compare to what's coming, what God has in for you. You see what I'm saying? They preach about stuff like that, but to me, when like I say, when you vibrate high and you hear those things like that, it's like, okay, I hear those words at home. I get into a God, you know what I'm saying, word with God, and I always get into word with God every day. 8 hours out my day, I'm in a word with God every day. You know what I'm saying? I always hear those words. You know what I'm saying? I hear those words. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear those type of words. I want to hear, like I was explaining to you, I want to hear stuff about deliverance, how you cast demons out of people, how you cast demons out of yourself, how you about fasting and praying, about why it's important, um, about breaking generational curses, about you know what I'm saying, about things like I say, these demons that walk around the spirit realm out here, and they can hear your prayers, hear your voice, hear your conversations, and they using that against you, putting delays on your purpose and calling in life, how they distracting you from your purpose and calling. You see what I'm saying? So those things that we should be hearing about in these churches, and a lot of these churches don't even talk about it. Most of these churches don't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Most of these churches don't even talk about it. And I'm not saying all churches are bad, but most of these churches these days don't even talk about that, guys. You know what I'm saying? So guys, you know what I'm saying? Those are some reasons why. Another reason why my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, I was dedicated to the church. I mean dedicated. Used to go twice a day on Wednesdays. Van used to come or get her. Sunday, she was in there all church all day. But then when it come to time that she paid her tithes to that church, she was faithful to the church, just like God was faithful to the churches. She paid her tithes. But when it came to she needed help paying a bill, she reached out to the church. They wouldn't even help her. You see what I'm saying? And she paid her tithes. She was faithful to that church. When she needed a ride to go somewhere, she got paid, they would come get her, but they would use her for all her money. You see what I'm saying? Other people that saying they was Christians of the church, and they said they was her best friend. You see what I'm saying? Because God tells us anyone that's of Christ, they are your brother, your mother, and your sister or whatever. They were just using her for her money. Wouldn't even hear from her for the rest of the month. But then when she get paid, you would hear from them. You see what I'm saying? Then they'll try to almost take all that money from her and stuff and tell her, no, I'm good, but I want to help you out, sister. You know what I'm saying? Take you to places that you need, because I know you don't have a ride or anything. I just want to help you take. They wouldn't tell her that. They would just use it for money. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, guys, that just because you go to church and don't mean you qualify, don't mean that you're qualified. Not say you qualify, but that don't mean you're a Christian. That don't mean you're a man or a woman of God. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of things, guys. Those are reasons. I made it a little too longer, but let me get into it. But the second reason how I started going to church, guys, is a voice came to me back on. This is back on. So now I was talking to my God like that. Like I say, I was praying to. So then a God came to me, a voice about December 12th, 2024. Brian, you need to start going to church. December 12th, 2024. Brian, you need to start going to church. And I already knew that was from God. So I said, okay. So I was on it. I was on it. When God tell you to do something, God, just get on it, jump on it. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. So I was on it, you know what I'm saying? And I found a church, you know what I'm saying? It was good, pretty good, but it was just too many people in the church, you know what I'm saying? Just way too many people, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, it was a good church, you know, and just too many people. So just too many people. I like a smaller gathering. So I think it was that same week or the following week, I asked my I heard my barber. It was a guy that came in there. They go to church together, you know. And over time, I heard my barber talking about stuff like God and stuff. You know, I engage in that, but he would talk about his church. But I just never asked him about what church he go to. You see what I'm saying? So him and a client came in there after me to get his haircut. They go to church together, and I heard him talking. And so I said, let me ask him this time. So I asked him what church he go to. He told me what church he went to. So there, you know what I'm saying? I started going to church from there now. Now I still go to church now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my barber, you know what I'm saying? He a real good leader too. I can tell it in him, he's a real good leader. You know what I'm saying? A man of God too. You know, so that what led me and got me to start going to church, guys. You know what I'm saying? When God came and told me back on December 12th, 2024, Brian, you need to start going to church. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what led me and got me. Then shout out my barber, like I say, I asked him, found out about the church through him. You know what I'm saying? It's a great church, met some great people there, you know. It's a good church, you know, so. But guys, the only reason why I say it, I'm not, like I said, I'm not being boastful, prideful, anything, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But like I told my God, I talked to my God, you know what I'm saying? I speak to him. I told him, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why I want to go to church is because of you. You commanded me to go to church. And that's the reason why I'm going to church, guys, because of my God. When he tell me to do something, I jump on it. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it just because that's for my God, my Father who is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? When your father tell you to do something, you need to do it. That's just like on earth. When your parents tell you to do something, guys, you need to do it for your own good. You know what I'm saying? They tell you for your own good. Do it. So that's just like our Father in heaven. It's the same way. When he tell you to do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going to church, because my Father in heaven, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I still have my talks with my God, you know what I'm saying, about some things that, you know what I'm saying, when you go to church, you know what I'm saying, you just, like I say, guys, you just vibrate higher. When you know you're got a high vibration, you know you're a true leader. And God, in some ways, you know what I'm saying, I made a video on how you know you're a true leader from a kid on up. You know what I'm saying? When everybody went right in life back, even when I was in the world, when everybody went right, I went left. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to be of the world. You know what I'm saying? Even as a kid, I was like that. When you were, and it's harder when you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a kid, guys, you know what I'm saying, kids tend to see what other kids do. They follow them and do it. You see what I'm saying? And I never been no follower. I never been the type to see, you know what I'm saying? I still did things that was, kids do, you know what I'm saying? But I did it on my time, and not my time, but I did it, you know what I'm saying? Because just like my way, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Not because other kids was doing it, but just because I did it. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what leaders do. Leaders do things on their own, not just because they see other people do it, but they do it because they're on their own. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing, how you know you're a true leader. I mean, like I said, I made a video. I don't want to go into it, but I'll tell you this one thing. You will hear you a leader from a kid up. And I always heard that you a true leader, not a follower. So that's another reason how you know you're a leader. No. So guys, like I say, that word came from God. That's why I'm going to church, and I'm going to continue to go to church, and whatever he tell me to do, I'm going to do it, because obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And the two greatest commandments of all, love the Lord Jesus Christ, I say, with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor like you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So those are two greatest commandments of all. And if you be obedient to God's word, and show them move in the spirit of love and humility, man, guys, your walk with God will be successful. It'll be successful. And I'm not going to say, guys, it's going to be a straight line. You're just not going to throw it straight like when they in baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be straight shots every time. Because man, I'm telling you, the God would let the devil, Satan, test you at times. You know what I'm saying? He would test you. Or even God would test you. You know what I'm saying? He would throw a curveball in there every now and then to test your faith. You see what I'm saying? So keep going, guys. Like I say, just keep going on this walk with God. Continue to be obedient to his word and show love and humility, man. I'm telling you, this walk with Christ will be much easier. You have good success. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that's some reason why I didn't go to church, and that's what led me to start going to church. So guys, I hope you like the video. And if you like the video, like my video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. This your boy Chosen One, and I'm out. Peace.